Well, you're joining us on the ABB stand, and I'm here now with Mike Wilson. Hi, Mike. How is the show going for you guys so far?
Going very well so far. Thank you very much. We're enjoying it, and we're getting good customer visits. It's been a great show so far.
So tell us a bit about ABB. Who are you, and what do you do?
We're a leading automation and power company. We do all sorts of products, principally aimed at customers across all sorts of manufacturing sectors, but in particular we're showcasing here some of our food industry sector activities, ranging from robots all the way through to cable ties, virtual reality, motors, generators and so on. So we have a whole range of different products suited to the food industry.
Well, let's waste no time. Let's go and have a look at some of those machines right now. So first of all, what is this one and what is it doing?
This is a flex picker robot, well, two flex picker robots. It's designed for high-speed picking. So we're just demonstrating here picking chocolate biscuits just to show what it can do. Each robot arm can typically pick about 140 picks a minute, so it is very high speed, and it's used extensively throughout meat industry, baking industry, handling things like croissants, pancakes, sausages and so on. And it's all about picking the product off the conveyor to put into the pack formats to feed onto the flow wrappers.
And it can deal with some very delicate items, can't it? I was surprised to hear some of those.
Yeah, we do have a system in the UK that's actually packing poppadoms, which are obviously very fragile and difficult to pick. And it picks them reliably without breaking them.
And it's also got its own kind of reject system built in, hasn't it? You can program it to tell which ones it will pick up and which ones it will ignore effectively.
Exactly. It does do the quality control. So there's a camera system at the front, which is guiding the robots, but also it's actually looking at the product that's being picked. So in this particular example, we have the little chocolate biscuits coming around, and you'll see it's only picking the ones with the chocolate side up because it's deliberately rejecting the others just to demonstrate the fact that we can identify what the product is and what it looks like.
These robots are so clever, aren't they?
Yes, well, we try to make them clever, yes.
Right, let's take a walk, because I know you've got another very clever piece of tech over here, which is your smart sensor. Now, talk us through that, Mike.
The smart sensor is a relatively new development, and it's designed to help factories in terms of their maintenance and operational efficiencies. So we can literally mount the smart sensor to the outside of a motor. We have one here, you can just about see. It's literally just clipped to the side of the motor, and we can then communicate via Bluetooth to an iPhone, for example. It'll download the data from the smart sensor, so the maintenance staff can walk around the factory collecting all the data from their motors in terms of the operating performance of that, and we can then feed that into an app that basically gives some predictions in terms of where the motor is in terms of its life and whether it's going to require some maintenance in the near future. So it means you don't have to get at all the motors. So you can, even with motors mounted in the roof, you can download the data without actually physically going up there. And it also means that you only then have to maintain the motors that actually need the maintenance rather than having to address all of them. So it's significant assistance in terms of making it easier for maintenance staff to keep their factories running.
Absolutely, and spotting problems before they happen, which can save you money as well, can't it?
No, it's significant amounts of money because you can focus your efforts where you need to do the work rather than having to look at everything.
And what I thought was really clever is this is totally self-contained, isn't it? It just clips onto the motor, it doesn't need any external power, you just clip it on and away you go.
Yeah, it is totally self-contained, it's very easy to fit, and it is not just for ABB motors, it can be mounted on motors from other suppliers as well, so it's applicable across all sorts of different factories. They don't have to be using our kit to use our smart sensor.
Fantastic. Now, we've got to have a look at the virtual reality system that you've got going on here. Oh, is it on? Is it off?
It's off.
It's off. Ah,
apologies for that.
That's okay. But do pop down to ABB because they've got a fantastic virtual reality game where you can pit your speed against that of a robot picking items, isn't it?
Yeah, and so far we haven't had anybody beat the robot, so please come along and have a try.
Seems to be a theme here this year. Can you beat the robot? Well, come and have a go. Now, how long have you guys been coming to PPMA, and as a company, what do you get out of it?
We've been coming to PPMA for over 10 years. We're a regular attender here, and we've always found the show to be excellent in terms of the quality of visitors that we get. And it's great to interact with new businesses, meet people that we've not necessarily met before. This is the first time we've come as ABB as a whole. We typically come as robotics, and we've done that because of the success we've had as robotics, but we also want to now show the capability of ABB in all areas rather than just what we've done historically.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Mike, for taking us on a whistle-stop tour of your stand. Do pop down to ABB to check it out.